Hello, hello. Welcome back to another live event session. As we all know, there's a lot going on, especially with this social media stuff and all of the astrological stuff going on and all of the Mother Nature expressions going on. Lots and lots and lots and lots of energy moving, which a lot of us were expecting for this beginning of this year. If you knew, you knew. Like I'm really not surprised at all. Beginning of this year. If you knew, you knew. Like I'm really not surprised at all. Lali, is that how you say it? Hello. Nice to meet you. Okay. So, because there is so many different things going on, and I have previously covered a lot of those specific events, this is going to be more of like a today for the events. This is going to be more of like a today for the collective kind of update. Okay, because we also just entered Aquarius season in tropical astrology. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so we have this Son of Air card. I do actually do individual readings at the end. I'll do like $3 per card. I do Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. But this first cards that I'm pulling right now is collective reading. And then I will do a sound bath, quantum energies sound bath, and voice alchemy. So after that is when I will come back in and do the individual readings. That'll be probably in about 40 minutes or so. Okay, I am not going to be on here super long because I do have some stuff I need to take care of, but this energy is potent. Okay, so definitely a lot of people really feeling this strong energy, especially with what was going on with the whole ban situation. This need to be free. There's a lot of people realizing mentally that they have kind of been controlled or guided to think in a certain way, to have a certain perspective, and a lot of it has to do with the Matrix and who has been essentially controlling the main narrative, right? We all have a choice in that, but of course, whatever you've been exposed to, especially from a young age, can very, very that. But of course, whatever you've been exposed to, especially from a young age, can very, very strongly, very intensely shape your perspective and the way you see things. And with what's been going on, especially with this Pluto in Aquarius that happened at the end of last year, a lot of things coming forward, a lot of shadow energy coming forward. So this card came out in the reading yesterday as like the middle card. It's coming out today as the first card. So I'm feeling like this is the energy, these two together, a little bit stealing the show kind of vibe. I'm feeling like there's a little bit of a struggle between thinking negatively, even though this is 10, right? So this is like we've been doing the work. We're very much so at the end of a whole journey when it comes to a mindset shift level up. You've been working on your mindset, and this is just a space where you're being given the opportunity to strengthen even more, right? So then you can eventually reach this Mother of Air, Father of Air, right? King of Swords, Queen of Swords energy. But it's coming in with kind of this like youthful, rebellious, I'm definitely feeling a lot of people wanting to figure out a way to protest, because they're upset about this. A lot of people are realizing that a lot of their negative self-talk, self-judgment has come from what has been pushed forward in the media, and even what they push for us to put in our bodies, like we're collectively realizing that a lot of this negative clutter and junk that just clouds our minds comes from what has been going on with the media and the food and the way that things have been, now we're realizing, obviously set up so that we're more easily controllable. However, there's this very, very strong energy coming in of, I don't want to put up with that anymore, like, we're in charge. This very strong urge to be free. And with it is also like a level of rage, right? So we've been talking about that since the beginning of the year, and we're seeing it externally with over here near like San Bernardino, Riverside, California area. That area, there was like a crazy fire a few months ago. Not too many people in LA knew about it if they don't know about that area. But now, obviously in LA, there's like a much more intense, is this a collective? Yes, this is a collective reading right now. Doing a collective energy update for where we're at today with all of the stuff that's been going on. Yeah, so the spear, right? Like, there's very much so like a warrior, like protecting the people, for the people, by the people, like very strong, like revolution energy. I'm feeling a very strong revolution energy. And it's starting with our mindsets, and it's starting with our perspective on not wanting to put up with mind control or being manipulated, and really wanting to band together in community. It's giving really strong Aquarius energy. So Aquarius season, as we come into it, there's going to be like very strong Aquarius energy, as it's also been in Pluto. Is everyone getting these massive downloads? Yes, I've definitely been experiencing a lot of downloads. Yes. Thank you, baby. Okay, so with that, we have small medicine wheel. So this is telling me that there is a level of change and I would say a type of quantum leap. We're moving through a portal for sure, right? So we have these planetary alignments coming tomorrow, actually on the 21st. I don't know if you guys have been seeing that about Uranus, Mars, Jupiter, all aligning, Neptune, and being able to see them. I think there's two. I think Pluto and Uranus, I believe you do need a telescope to be able to see. But either way, the strength of all of these planets aligning in such a way is definitely giving us an opportunity to move through a type of portal at the same time that we're just entering Aquarius season, while Aquarius is in Pluto. And that shift has been massively shown with what's been going on, especially politically around the world, especially in the US. So this next portal, it's not completely diving into a whole new, completely different reality. It's not, it's not the end, but it is a major arcana card, and it is the midway point. So this is talking about the shifts and changes that have been coming through since the end of last year, and really rapidly shifting on another level, like continuously moving faster and faster since the beginning of this month. And we're now about to go into February. It's been madness. But there's a huge shift that this energy is creating. This is like, okay, we need to start figuring stuff out. People are going to start moving differently because they're thinking differently, making plans, and that's going to cause this shift. My ass was trying to add a bigger heart. The guidance that's coming through with this energy, again, I feel like this has a strong potentiality to become out of control, chaotic. Like, you can even have these negative thoughts fueling you into a space that's not really where you ultimately want to go, but it's kind of fueling you to make change happen. So it's kind of when people make decisions that maybe are helping the greater good or helping other people, but they're kind of moving with this aggressive, kind of ragey energy. And there's always a point where there's the level of impulsivity that is within that is kind of the root of that, could come out and like mess everything up. So the guidance that came out was the clown. which in the original tarot is the Fool. It's all about this childlike, carefree kind of energy, like just vibing out and making sure that you're not taking yourself too seriously. Because when you do that, then it becomes an ego thing, and then you kind of get lost in the sauce of like, now it's kind of just about you like getting your feelings hurt. And it's not so much about, you know, the other side of that. When you transmute that energy and you emotionally regulate, then you're able to see more clearly, like, okay, I'm really upset about this thing and it kind of personally hurt me here, and I am ultimately more deeply hurt because of the way that it's affecting humanity, my family members, my friends that I know, future generations, you know, which is also very much Aquarius energy. It's very much like humanitarianism and looking towards the future and how can we innovate and elevate, so that everybody can collectively, you know, live their best life. Everyone can have their individuality and freely express and, you know, just do their, you know. So in order to not get so caught up in the ego of, you know, being upset about what's going on and being upset about the manipulation, the mind control, all that, is to not take yourself too seriously in the process. And what came out in the bottom of the deck, Mother of Earth, nurture yourself. So this is like, Father of Earth is very much like a grounding because of a physical foundation. Like, oh, I have a home, I have a bed, I have food to survive, I have, right, like the necessities. And Mother of Earth is giving more of like a nurturing energy, right? So it's not just that you have a home, it's you have a home and it's comfortable and it's how you like it. You have certain candles with certain scents that make you feel calm. You have different kind of music. You clean your house a certain way. There's like a feng shui for you, right, in your home. And that also includes the food. You don't just have food to survive. You make food that you like. You add the seasonings you like. So this goes along with also very similar also to what came out yesterday, which was 6 of water. So there's this necessity to stay connected to the playfulness of life, the joy, the laughter, maybe watch some comedy, maybe watch a funny movie. What's going on right now with the election and everything is freaking a lot of people out. There's a group of us that are like, everything is happening the way it's meant to, and the way that I'm going to shift the timeline, you know, for everybody this could look different. There are those people who are the activists who are out there doing that, and they're, you know, 100,000% support them doing that. I attempted to do that in college, not so much for me, but this work is. And so I know for myself, it's important that I commit to what I'm able to contribute, my gifts, what I am good at sharing, what really I've seen can help others to shift into their purpose and connect with self-love and etc., right? So when you know what that is, you can just become more grounded about what it's going to take to make that be a thing. And a lot of people are coming into that too, like with all of this realization of the control, because a lot of us have known already, but there's those of us that are just really waking up to like, oh, they're controlling the narrative and they're trying to lead us to a certain path. It can be really overwhelming. But that is also why it is necessary to tap into the medicine of joy, of laughter, of not taking yourself too seriously. Because at the end of the day, let's also be real, this is a simulation. Our light bodies, our souls, our spirits are temporarily visiting through this physical human vessel, and that is a gift, and there are lessons to be learned and things to come to understand, wisdom to grow, etc. But like, it's really not that deep. Like, if it drags you down to the point of this just chaotic, negative, looping space, you gotta take a moment and relax. Hope you're having a great night, Kay. Thank you. I'm assuming that's Raphael. Because because he has all the numbers. Just stay vibrations of love. Absolutely. We just need to think of it as a video game. It's not real, so I don't have emotions involved. And even when you do feel the emotions, be honest about having emotion and let it be a priority to commit to emotionally regulating yourself every day, doing some kind of practice that you know helps you tap in, release, rejuvenate. We need to triple down on inner child stuff. RC race cars and going bowling. Yes, whatever excites your inner child. That's also very much the full energy. Very playful, very like joy and laughter and keeping it simple. And then also on this other side, kind of being like a mothering, nurturing energy to yourself. I'm seeing this like yes and others. But I'm really feeling like this is very much like a self journey that's happening for a lot of us, where we leave ourselves in the dust a little bit too often because we're taking ourselves too seriously, and we think that it's okay to sacrifice in the area of like self-love and self-care, and it's not. But when you don't take yourself seriously, it's easy to remember what makes you feel good, what makes you feel comfortable. And it's not about being comfortable because you literally cannot hold space for or accept the discomfort of growth, because that's a healthy discomfort. This is just about, if you feel like you're reaching a level of discomfort where you're like low-key about to bow out, like tap back into gratitude, tap back into joy, tap back into the lightness of what life has to offer you. And a lot of that has to do with like nurturing yourself and giving things like comfort a space, because we don't need to be so constantly uncomfortable and making ourselves feel bad like 24/7. Like that's not balanced. It looks a little imbalanced when you are going through, especially right before a quantum leap, spaces of growth. But it doesn't need to be that crazy. Is what it always comes back down to. It does not need to be that crazy. So, and 9 of Water came out too, which talks about also joy. So what I'm getting is, it's very normal if you feel betrayed, you feel frustrated, you feel angsty, whether you already know it's actually because of what's going on with the powers that be, etc. Or if you're not even necessarily feeling directly upset about that, you're probably feeling the energy of everybody who is. And it's, here it is again, 6 of Water, pleasure. It came out yesterday. So, continue to nurture yourselves, continue to commit to that self-care, self-love practice. If you've found yourself dipping in and out a little too often, maybe not like you used to, I feel like a lot of us have gotten better at that. However, it can still disappear if you fall away from your commitment, or even fall away from continuing to commit to, okay, today this is what happened. That didn't work. Let me fix it here. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me restructure so that I can make sure that what needs to get done gets done. And that includes what I need to happen so that I'm taking good care of my being as well.